Strange Block Beats.
If I had to look you in the eyes, I don't think I could handle it. Tryna ask for it. It's not about me or my pride. I'm just tryna abandon it. Can't take a risk. Hands and knees shaking, voice nearly breaking, calling out your name. You know my heart and it's tearing me apart. I just hope you understand. Gotta fight myself each and every day. I keep getting in my own way. So if I fall before I'm taken, will you pick me up and tell me you gon' make it out? gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. You gon' make it out. Father, Father, can you please forgive me? I ain't been my best. Father, please forgive me. Abba, can you heal my spirit? I'm in need of it. I know that I can handle this, been hurting you, and still I'm blessed. Time for strength. I'm done looking back, that's my old ways. I'll be moving on like a drag race. Take my hand, show me where the pathway. Fight myself each and every day. I keep getting in my own way. So if I fall before I'm taken, will you pick me up and tell me you gon' make it out? Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. You gon' make it out. Yeah, you gon' make it out. Father, can you please forgive me? You gon' make it out. Can you heal my spirit? I'm in need. You gon' make it out. Can you please forgive me? You gon' make it out. 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 You gon' make it out.
A big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to the CUC family, the FOPE family, and all the beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. I'm not going to waste none of your time. As you see the title, family, The Book of Life and Salvation through Yahshua. The Book of Life and Salvation through Yahshua. Get your Bible. Get you some pen and paper. Write this down, family, and study to show yourself approved to Yah and Yahshua. Let's get it. Family, according to the Bible and the understanding of it, all the Israelites, and I learned this from Pastor Kelly, all the Israelites are already written in the book of life. You trying to keep yourself in the book of life. Moses said, blot me out of your book. The Lord said, he that sinned against me, his name I'ma blot out of my book. That means your name is already in it if it can be blotted out. Not that you trying to get in it, you trying to keep yourself in the book. Not trying to get in the book. You already in the book. So I'm going to show you through this lesson that Yah and Yahshua allowed me to put together through the Spirit. You trying to keep yourself in the book of life. And by doing that, you must come under the authority and power of Yahshua HaMashiach. Let's go to Exodus 32. Let's go to Exodus 32. And I'm going to read verse 1 through 4, then I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. When you come into what we call the truth, once you find out you Israel, that is not the all be all. Your nationality does not supersede your relationship with the Most High and Yahshua. What do I mean? Y'all think when you find out you Israel, that's it. You don't go no further than that. I'm an Israelite. I keep the Sabbath. I keep the commandments. That's all I need to do. You have been woefully misinformed. How you gonna be able to serve and worship somebody that you don't know? That you don't take the time out to get to understand who they are? What are their expectations? What do they require of you? What is your purpose in this? A lot of people get stuck, and that's why they can't elevate to higher understanding when it comes to scriptures. They stuck, family, because all they worrying about is them being Israelites. But some of us, we didn't come in this just to know we Israel. We want to know him and his son spiritually. Exodus 32. The book of Exodus 32 and verse 1 through 4. Exodus 32 and verse 1 through 4. And it reads, and when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, up, make us gods, which should go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings, which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And now the people break off the golden earrings, which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fashioned it with a graving tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Out of all that the Most High, through his son Yahshua, displayed to Israel, all the miracles, all the signs, delivering them, he did not leave one Israelite behind. And they get into the wilderness and said, you see this calf? This right here is what brought you out of Egypt. How y'all think that made Yahshua feel? That these people gave reverence, praise, honor, and glory to a four-legged calf. I can't imagine, family. I can't imagine. Verse 5. No, jump down to verse 7 through 14. 7 through 14. 7 through 14. And it reads, and the Lord said unto Moses, go, get thee down, for thy people. Hold up, I thought this was your people. Man, the Lord wouldn't even claim you no more. He say, Moses, for thy people, not my people, because I don't know this people. Thy people, Moses. And the Lord said unto Moses, go get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest up out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way, which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf, and now worship it, and now sacrifice thereunto, and said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. The Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a greater nation. And Moses besought the Lord his power, and said, Yah, why do thy wrath wax hot against thy people, which thou hast brought forth out of the land of Egypt with great power and with a mighty hand? Wherefore should the Egyptians speak and say, for mischief did he bring them out to slay them in the mountains and to consume them from the face of the earth? Turn from thy fierce wrath and repent of this evil against thy people. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants, to whom thou swearest by thy own self, and said unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and all this land that I have spoken of will I give unto your seed, and they shall inherit it forever. And the Lord repented of the evil which he thought to do unto his people. I thought he don't change his mind. I thought he don't change his mind. I thought he only had a one-track mind. But he changed his mind. What he was about to do, he reframed himself and repented of the judgment and wrath that he was about to do to Israel. It goes to show you that the Lord can change his mind if he chooses to. And if he don't, or if he won't, and then he won't. Jump down to verse 21 and 23. 21 and 23. 21 and 23. And it reads, and Moses said unto Aaron, man, what did this people unto thee, that thou hast brought so great a sin upon them? Man, Aaron had a weak heart, meaning mind. Aaron had a weak heart, meaning his mind. Don't never, Israel, let your mama, your daddy, your wife, your husband, your children cause you to sin against your power. I don't care what they say. Don't let nobody cause you to sin against your power. Aaron had a weak mind, and this was the priest of the Most High Yah. He allowed Israel to intimidate him, and he brought a great sin upon this people, and this is the priest. How weak is this man's heart, man? Meaning his mind. His mind. Learn from this, family. Learn from this. Verse 21 again. And Moses said unto Aaron, man, what did this people unto thee, that thou hast brought so great a sin upon them? And Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou knowest this people, that they are set on mischief. For they said unto me, make us gods, which should go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. Now jump down to verse 26. Jump down to verse 26. And it reads, then Moses stood in the gate of the camp. Now I'm about to show you that we are not all the same. I'm about to show you that your skin color don't make us family. The Spirit do. And are you willing to obey Yah and have faith in Yahshua? See, we get caught up on, that's my brother because he looked like me. That's my sister because she looked like me. But let's see what Moses is about to say to show you skin color don't make us family. The Spirit do. What did Yahshua say? Who is my mother? Who is my father? Who is my brother? Man, who is my sister? He that do the will of my Father, the same as my mother, my brother, my sister. Knowledge. Not skin color. Not skin color. Verse 26. Then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, who's on the Lord's side? No, we all black. We all black. And we ain't need much black. We all melanated. Let me just say that. We all melanated. We all look the same. But Moses say, who's on the Lord's side? They making a separation. This has nothing to do with skin color. This has everything to do with who is willing to obey. Who willing to obey the book? Who willing to obey and walk in the spirit? This has nothing to do with skin color. Let me read verse 26 again for the people in the back. Then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, who's on the Lord's side? Let him come unto me. And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him. This sound familiar. This sound familiar. The Bible say out of the mouth of two or three, we let it be established, right? This sound familiar to me. Let's go to Joshua chapter 24 real quick. Joshua chapter 24, verse 1 through 10. And then we coming right back to Exodus 32. So hold your marker. In Exodus 32, we coming right back. Let's go to Joshua chapter 24, 1 through 10. Then I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. Joshua 24 and verse 1 through 10. And then I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. This sounds familiar when he say, who's on the Lord's side? Joshua 24, verse 1 through 10. And it reads, and Joshua gathered all the tribes of Israel to Shechem and called for the elders of Israel and for their heads and for their judges and for their officers. And they presented themselves before Yah. And Joshua said unto all the people, thus said Yah, the power of Israel. Your fathers dwelt on the other side of the flood in old times, even Terah, the father of Abraham, and the father of Nahor, and they served other gods. And I took your father Abraham from the other side of the flood, and led him throughout all the land of Canaan, and multiplied his seed, and gave him Isaac. And I gave unto Isaac Jacob and Esau. And I gave unto Esau Mount Seir to possess it. But Jacob and his children went down into Egypt. And I sent Moses also and Aaron, and I plagued Egypt, according to that which I did among them. And afterward I brought you out. And I brought your fathers out of Egypt. And ye came unto the sea. And the Egyptians pursued after your fathers with chariots and with horsemen unto the Red Sea. And when they cried unto the Lord, he put darkness between you and the Egyptians, and brought the sea upon them, and covered them. And your eyes have seen what I have done in Egypt, and ye dwelt in the wilderness a long season. And I brought you into the land of the Amorites, which dwelt on the other side Jordan, and they fought with you. And I gave them into your hands, that ye might possess their land. And I destroyed them from before you. Then Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab, arose and warred against Israel, and sent and called Balaam, the son of Beor, to curse you. But I would not hearken unto Balaam. Therefore he blessed you still. So I delivered you out of his hands. Man, the Lord did some great things for our fathers. The Lord did some great things for our fathers. This why I don't complain about the condition that I've been put in. Before I found the truth out, I complained because I had no direction and did not understand why our people have to go through what we go through. But once the knowledge came of these scriptures, and I saw all that my fathers did, you know what I told myself? Our fathers worked hard to be in captivity. Our fathers worked hard to get put to death. They worked hard for this, and he gave them what they want. He gave it to them. This is what you want. This is what I'm going to give you. That's why I don't complain. Complain for what? My fathers worked hard to be in this position. So I just take it on the chin, man. I take it on the chin. Ain't nothing to complain about. It ain't going to change nothing until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So all I have to do is walk right, keep my nose clean, and stay out the way, family. Stay out the way. Jump down to verse 14 to 15. 14 to 15. And here it go. Remember what Moses said. Who's on the Lord's side? I heard this before. Here it go right here. 14 to 15. Joshua 24, but this time verse 14 to 15. And it reads, now therefore fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in truth. No, just know you Israel. He say in sincerity. So this supersedes you being an Israelite. You must know him. You must have a relationship with him. You cannot have a relationship with Yah and Yahshua on somebody else's faith, on the back of somebody else's walk, standing in another man or woman's lane. No, you got to have your own personal relationship with him and his son. This individual walk, even though we can all fellowship together. In the end, you stand alone. You stand alone. Verse 14 again. Now therefore fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day. Read that again, King Judah. Choose you this day. Didn't Moses just say that? Who's on the Lord's side? Joshua said, choose you this day. And family, please choose you this day. Who you gonna serve, family? Choose, family, and choose wisely. Verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yah. And I feel the same way about my house. We gonna serve Yah. And our job as teachers is to keep you on the narrow path that you may serve Yah and have faith in your King Yahshua. That's our duty. That's our job, to warn you and to keep you on the narrow path that lead to life, family. Stay on the narrow path that lead to life. You got to choose this day whom you gonna serve, family. And Moses asked the question, who's on the Lord's side? So this don't got nothing to do with skin color. This don't got nothing to do with your melanin. This has everything to do with your spirit. Are you willing to obey? Let's go back to Exodus 32, because now we got better understanding. I knew I heard that before. It was Joshua saying the same thing that Moses just said. Who's on the Lord's side? Choose ye this day who you gonna serve. Exodus 32, and we're going to pick it up at verse 26 to 28. 26 to 28 this time. 26 to 28. And it reads, then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, who's on the Lord's side? Let him come unto me. And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him. And he said unto them, thus said the Lord God of Israel, put every man his sword by his side, and go in and out from the gate to gate throughout the camp, and slay every man his brother, and every man his companion, and every man his neighbor. And the children of Levi did according to the word of Moses, and there fell of the people that day about 3,000 men. Let me say this real quickly. You have a lot of people speak on Yah, but they don't know Yah. They speak on Yahshua, but they don't know Yahshua. In order for other people that's trying to do right, for them to live, you have to get the bad apples away from the rest of the bunch. So people think it's unusual when Yah have a brother to go put hands on another brother. Why do you think that's unusual? You do the same thing today. One brother slapped mama in her face. The other brothers coming to put that boy in ICU. Y'all don't say nothing about that. I have a family member. She was getting hands put on her. This a mother. Her husband was putting hands on her, right? The son came from the army and said, you hit my mama one more time, you gonna get put to death by me. Is that unusual? No, it's not. That was his daddy. He told his daddy, you hit my mama one more time, I'm going to kill you. He told his own daddy that. You wouldn't find that unusual, right? So why, when y'all do it, you got a problem with it? You got to get the evil from among us, because a little leaven leavens the whole lump. Now everybody in sin. So that's why Moses say, who's on the Lord's side? Whoever came on that side was safe. That's a fair power to me. That's a fair power. He give you a chance. He give you an opportunity to make the right decision. If you make the wrong decision and the judgment come down, why is you crying when he gave you room to choose you this day whom you gonna serve? Verse 28 again. And the children of Levi did according to the word of Moses. And there fell of the people that day about 3,000 men. Now jump down to verse 30 to 35. 30 to 35. 30 to 35. And it reads, and it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people, you have sinned a great sin. And now I will go up unto the Lord peradventure. I shall make an atonement for your sins. And Moses returned unto the Lord and said, this people have sinned a great sin, and I made them gods of gold. Yet now, if thou wilt forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book, which thou hast written. And the Lord said unto Moses, whosoever have sinned against me, him would I blot out of my book. Y'all heard that? You already in the book. He say, he that sinned against me, I'm going to blot him out of my book. That's an individual thing right there, family. He told Moses, I ain't blotting you out of the book. Whoever sinned, Moses, that's who's going to get blotted out. So you see what I'm saying? You trying to keep yourself in the book. You don't want to be blotted out of the book. Verse 34, therefore now go, lead the people unto the place of which I have spoken unto thee. Behold, my angel shall go before thee. Nevertheless, in the day when I visit, I will visit their sins upon them. And the Lord plagued the people because they made the calf which Aaron made. Have you ever noticed? Just food for thought. Because it's always good to learn something on your way to learning something. Y'all know that Aaron is the one that made the calf, but he did not get plagued. The people got plagued, but not Aaron. Because he's the priest. And there were certain things that Aaron would be needed for. So just because the Lord did not get Aaron right here, he really wanted to kill Aaron. Moses told him that too. He said, man, I prayed for you. Because the Lord wanted to put Aaron to death for what he did. But he didn't do it. He plagued the people though. But at this time, not Aaron. Not even when they both, him and Miriam, spoke against Moses. Miriam got plagued, but not Aaron. Because Aaron was the priest to make atonement for the people. So you see how the Lord weighed that in the balance? But Aaron still got his just due in the end. Because the Lord really wanted to put Aaron to death, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that or not. But Moses prayed for his brother. So do y'all see that the book of life been around for a long time, family? Because when Moses say, blot me out of your book, how Moses knew about this book? Because the Lord told him about it. This is Exodus, talking about the book of life. You trying to keep yourself in that book of life. Let's go to Psalm 69. Psalm 69, verse 1 through 3. The Lord says something in Psalm 69. Watch this. Psalm 69, verse 1 through 3. I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. Psalm 69, verse 1 through 3. And I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. And it reads, save me, O Yah, for the waters are coming to my soul. I am seeking deep mirth, where there is no standing. and I'm coming to deep waters where the floods overflow me. And I'm weary of my crying. My throat is dried. My eyes fail while I wait for my Yah. Jump down to verse 6 through 9. Verse 6 through 9. And it reads, let not them that wait on thee, O Yah, the power of hosts, be ashamed for my sake. Let not those that seek thee be confounded for my sake, O Yah of Israel. Because for thy sake I have borne reproach. Shame have covered my face. This is Yahshua talking, y'all. He's speaking through David. At the top, it says Psalm of David. But this went way over David's head. This is also prophetic. This is about Yahshua. Who bore reproach for Yah's sake? Not David. Yahshua did, y'all. But a lot of people can't see Yahshua in the Old Testament because there's a veil over a lot of people's eyes. Because the Bible just say worship him in sincerity, talking about Yah. But y'all say y'all don't have a son. Y'all say it's just Yah. But Yah telling you, no, I have a son. And you must honor my son. A lot of people don't even want to honor the son. But y'all want the kingdom, though. You would not get the kingdom without the son. You would not get the kingdom without the son. Period. Verse 7. Because for thy sake I have borne reproach. Shame have covered my face. And I'm become a stranger unto my brethren, and an alien unto my mother's children. For the zeal of thy house have eaten me up, and the reproaches of them that reproach you, Father, are falling upon me. Jump down to verse 19 to 28. Verse 19 to 28. And listen to this, family. And it reads, thou hast known my reproach and my shame and my dishonor. My adversaries are all before thee. Now, this is Christ asking the Father to do this. So why are you afraid to pray against your enemies? What I'm about to read is going to prove to you that you can ask for Yah to bring indignation on your enemies. But we've been taught, no, don't do such a thing. Walk in love. Even when they smack you, just turn around. Let them smack you on the other side. But listen to what Yahshua about to say. And I stand with Yahshua and I pray the same prayer against all our adversaries. Listen. Verse 20. Reproach have broken my heart, and now I'm full of heaviness. And I looked for some to take pity, but there was none. And for comforters, but I found none. They gave me also gall for my meat, and in my thirst, they gave me vinegar to drink. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which it have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. Let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their lines continually to shake. Pour out thy indignation. Pour out thy indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them. Father, let your rightful anger take hold on all the nations that have showed Israel no pity. Let their lines continually to shake. That which it have been for their welfare, make it become a snare. Verse 25. Let their habitation be desolate. Destroy everything they own, Father, because they got it by wrong, not by right. Verse 25, let their habitation be desolate, and let none dwell in their tents. For they persecute him whom thou hast smitten. The Father told us in the scriptures, it pleased him to bruise Yahshua, because he have saved many brothers and sisters when he have made his soul an offering for sin. He saved many brothers and sisters when he have made his soul an offering for sin. He saved a multitude of brothers and sisters. So it pleased the Father to bruise him. That's why Yahshua say, they have done wrong, him you have smitten. And they talk to the grief of those whom thou hast wounded. And they even talk about the prophets and the other people, they put their trust in you that you have wounded. They even speak of them. Verse 27, add iniquity unto their iniquity. Add iniquity unto their iniquity. And let them not come into thy righteousness. Hold on, I thought Christ loved everybody. I thought Yahshua is just all love. But this prayer he praying is against the adversary. So be bold, Israel, and pray against those that pray against you. And ask Yah to bring down indignation on all your adversaries. Bring it on the nations and the world. Bring them to their knees that they may know that we do have a power in Israel. But not for our name's sake, but for your own name's sake. Rise up from your throne and let the world know that there is a power in Israel. Because what do the nations say? Where's their God? And they laughing and he-heing and ha-ha. Bring down your righteous indignation on the nations. Add iniquity unto their iniquity. And do not let none of these people come into your righteousness. Verse 28, here it go, family. Listen to this. Let them be blotted out of the book of the living and not be written with the righteous. Don't let none of these people be written with the righteous. Blot them out of the book of the living. He say the book of the living. Hold up. Whoa. What you mean a book of the living? I heard this before. The book of the living and not be written with the righteous, the book of the living. Let's go to Luke chapter 20. I heard this before, y'all. Luke chapter 20. I heard this before. About how the Most High is the power of the living and not the dead. Oh, I got it. Let's go to Luke chapter 20. Now, I want y'all to notice something. I want y'all to notice this because I don't want anybody to get confused. What I just read in Psalms, he was talking about the Israelites who was his adversaries, but that also applied to our adversaries. So that's why I'm telling you, these scriptures are universal. It don't just apply to one thing. You can use that prayer to pray against our adversaries. But when I read that, he was talking about all those Pharisees and Sadducees, all the people that came against him, that wanted to put him to death. That's what he prayed against. That's why he said, let them be blotted out of the book of the living, because all Israelites are already written in the book of the living, which is the book of life. But you can be blotted out of that book. Don't you know Yahshua just told his father to blot them out of my book, blot them out of the book of the living? That's why I be telling people, man, this is nothing to play with, man. When you dead and gone, you dead and gone. And once you rise up in the judgment, boy, if you don't make it on the good side of that kingdom, you are going to the lake of fire. You going to the lake of fire. Because there's only two places you can go. The kingdom or the lake of fire. That's why he say, choose you this day who you gonna serve. And every day you wake up, that's another day. You better choose wisely. Don't straddle the fence. Don't be lukewarm. You should already know when you sat down and made up your mind. When you came into this walk, you should already know whom you're going to serve. The Father have no time for lukewarmness. He will spew you out of his mouth. So you either standing on good foundation or you standing on shaky ground. And if you standing on shaky ground, man, you toss to and fro all over the place. So if they're not written in the book of the living, what y'all think they written in? if they're not in the book of the living and they not written with the righteous, that's why the Bible said this. Listen, this is Luke chapter 20. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 1. Then I'm going to tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. I'm going to tell you when I'm going to skip down. And it reads, and it came to pass that on one of those days, and he taught the people in the temple and preached the gospel, the chief priests and the scribes came upon him with the elders. Jump down to verse 27 to 38. 27 to 38. 27 to 38. And it reads, then came to him certain of the Sadducees, which deny that there is any resurrection. And they asked him, saying, Master, Moses wrote unto us, if any man's brother die, having a wife, he die without children, that his brother should take his wife and raise up seed unto his brother. There were therefore 7 brethren, and the first took a wife and died without children, and the second took a wife and died childless. And the third took her, and in like manner 7 also. And they left no children and died. Last of all, the woman died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife of them is she? For 7 had her to wife. And Yahshua answered and said unto them, the children of this world marry and are given in marriage, but they which should be counted worthy to obtain that world, and the resurrection from the dead, and the resurrection from the dead, neither marry nor are given in marriage, neither can they die anymore, for they are equal unto the angels. Excuse me. And are the children of Yah, being the children of the resurrection. Now that the dead are raised, even Moses, listen y'all, now that the dead are raised, even Moses showed at the bush when he called the Lord Yah of Abraham and of Isaac and of Jacob. For he is not the God of the dead, but of the living. For all live unto him. Hold up, man, this is confusing. You just say you are not the power of the dead. So somebody might read this and say, oh man, he don't care about the dead. Don't y'all know that Yah is the power of the living? He's not the power of the dead. This has nothing to do with those who have died in Yahshua. He's the power of those that are alive and walking in the spirit and obedient unto Yah and have faith in Yahshua. But those that are dead, spiritually dead. That's why Yahshua say, let the dead bury the dead. Let the spiritual dead bury their physical dead. Let the spiritual dead go bury their physical dead. So hold up. Hold up. He's the power of the living and not the dead. We got to get understanding of this, y'all. We have to. Because if you're the power of the living and not the dead, how do we live unto you, Father? How? What if somebody don't know? How do we live unto you, Father? Because you are the power of the living and not the dead. All live unto Yah. How do we do it, Yah? How? Let's go to John chapter 4 and verse 24. John chapter 4 and verse 24. John chapter 4. And this is how we live unto Yah, family. This is how we live unto Yah. Because Yahshua just said, all live unto the Father. All live unto the Father. How? John chapter 4 and verse 24. And it reads, Yah is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. This is how he is the power of the living. He's the power of the living And you are alive if you walk in the spirit and worship him in spirit and truth. So we all live unto Yah. Because those who walk in the spirit gonna do the things that Yah require, meaning the spirit of your mind. Those who are dead in their mind gonna do the things that is opposite of what Yah required them to do. They gonna do the things of the world. And Yahshua is the God of this world. That's why he told you, love not the world or the things that are in it. So you got to walk in the spirit and worship him in spirit and truth. And if you do that, you are alive and living unto Yah. When that man asked Christ, hey, first let me go bury the dead. Christ told him, man, let the dead bury the dead. Follow ye me. Follow ye me. Let's go to Luke chapter 20 again and verse 38 again, because now I got better understanding that he's the power of the living, not the dead. But this don't have nothing to do with those who died in Yahshua. He's not talking about that. Because in John chapter 6, he say, I will raise them up again at the last day. So this don't have nothing to do with him not caring about those who died in him. This is talking about something else. Because right now, as I speak, we have Israelites that are alive and we have Israelites that are dead. How they dead, K. Judah? They still alive while they breathing because they spiritually dead. You can be alive and still be dead, family. John chapter 20. Luke. I said John. Luke chapter 20 again and verse 38. Luke chapter 20 again and verse 38. And it reads, for he is not the power of the dead, but of the living. For all live unto him, meaning Yah is written in red. Yahshua is telling us that all live unto the Father. How do we do that? By walking in the spirit and in truth. By walking in the spirit and in truth. But hold up, man, what makes me dead, Lord? How do I become dead? I know I'm Israel. I try to keep the commandments. I walk around in my fringes. Let me show you how you become dead according to the Bible. Without Yahshua, you are dead. You dead. Proverbs 21 and verse 16. How do we become dead? Let's see. Proverbs 21. Verse 16. Proverbs 21 and verse 16. And it reads, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding should remain in the congregation of the dead. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding should remain in the congregation of the dead. You have Israelites right now who are falling away from Yah and have went into other books, other religions, went back into the world. What do you think Yah called these individuals? They have wandered out of the way of understanding, family. They remain in the congregation of the dead. He's the power of the living and not the dead. That's why the Bible say, get wisdom. But with all your getting, get you understanding. You have to have understanding to go with that wisdom. To go with that knowledge, you must understand. What is wisdom and knowledge without understanding? That's why he say, get understanding. And you must eat this book to get understanding. We're not talking 5 minutes out the day, 20 minutes out the day. It depends on how far you want your relationship to go with him. So he that wandereth out of the way of understanding should remain in a congregation of the dead. And how do a person wander out of the way of understanding, K. Judah? Let's go to Romans chapter 8. I let the Bible do all the talking. The Bible paints pictures. And it's our job to put the puzzle pieces together. The picture I already painted. Romans chapter 8. This is how you wandered out of the way of understanding and remain in the congregation of the dead. Listen to this. Romans chapter 8. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 5 through 13. 5 through 13. And it reads, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. What did Yah just tell us? You must worship him in spirit and in truth. What is your spirit? Your mind. You eat more with your mind than your mouth. Verse 5 again, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. To be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yah, for it is not subject to the law of Yah, neither indeed can be. So then, they that are after the flesh cannot please Yah. They are in the congregation of the dead. Verse 9, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of Yah dwell in you. Where is it dwelling at? In your mind. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Christ, he is none of his. And if Christ be in you, the body is dead. The body is dead. The body is dead. What did Paul say? I was alive once without the law, but when the law came, I died. What died, K. Judah? The old Paul. Now Paul is alive because he's the power of the living and not the dead. So that means you got to become a new creature in Christ and reframe your mind from that which you used to do and become alive and be dead no more. Verse 10, and if Christ be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life, meaning alive, because of righteousness. But if the spirit of him that raised up Yahshua from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Yahshua from the dead shall also quicken your mortal body by his spirit that dwelleth in you. Therefore, brethren, we are all debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. But if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, meaning bring your body into subjection, ye shall live, because he's the power of the living. So you should live if you mortify the deeds of the flesh and become a new creature in Yahshua and be dead no more. Paul say, I was alive without the law, but once the law came, I died. Paul became a new creature. The old Paul died. You must die. Mortify the deeds of the flesh, and you must die. I must die. We all must die. Spiritually, you got to die. Let's go to Malachi chapter 3 and look at what Yahshua did for all the people that spoke often on his name. And we doing the same thing when you're in your house, when you at work, when you're in the barber shop, when you out and about. You are speaking often on his name because you love him and you love the Father. And it gives you great joy to spread his message, which is the gospel of the kingdom of the Father. Let's go to Malachi chapter 3. And I'm almost done already, family. Malachi chapter 3. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 1 through 2. Then I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. Malachi chapter 3 and verse 1 through 2. And it reads, Behold, I will send my messengers, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord, whom ye seek, shall suddenly come to his temple. Even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in, behold, he shall come, said the Lord of hosts. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire and like fuller's soap. What do a refiner's fire do? It purge. Like when you purging silver and gold, all the impurities at the bottom, you don't use that. You throw that away because it's useless to you. Go watch how they refine gold and silver. All that stuff that be at the bottom, they throw it away because they refine the gold. All the impurities are useless. So that's what he's going to do to us. He's going to purge you. Jump down. And this is talking about Yahshua. For all the people who say he's nowhere in the Bible, who is the person we looking for? Who is the person we waiting for? Who is the person who can abide when he appear? That ain't talking about no regular man, man. They talking about Yahshua, family. This is Yahshua. He about to appear. Jump down to verse 5. Verse 5. And it reads, And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerer, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow, and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right. And fear not me, said the Lord of hosts. And fear not me, said the Lord of hosts. And fear not me, said the Lord of hosts. Jump down to verse 13 to 17. 13 to 17. And it reads, Your words have been stout against me, said the Lord. Yet ye say, What have we spoken so much against thee? You have said, It is a vain thing to serve Yah. And what profit is it that we have kept his audience, and that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts? And now we call the proud happy. Yea. They that work wickedness are set up. Yea. They that tempt Yah are even delivered. Then they that feared the Lord spoke often one to another. And the Lord hearkened and heard it, and the book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name. What is that book of remembrance? The book of life. The book of life. Many of you speak often on his name. You're trying to tell family. You're trying to tell friends. You're trying to tell loved ones. No, they won't listen. You love speaking on his name. You love sharing the gospel to people because you are alive. But they can't understand you being alive because they dead. They dead. But K. Judah, if there's a book of remembrance and the Lord say, he that sinned against me, I will blot him out of my book. How do we keep ourselves in this book? Because you said that salvation is through Yahshua. Can you prove that, brother? Because a lot of people say the New Testament is fake. Y'all don't have a son. They say all this, but they think they're going to be saved. Man, how y'all deceive yourselves. I know that got to be a scary thing to think you alive when you dead. That'd have to be a scary thing. You wake up every day with your fringes on and you don't even know you're dead. Your nice garments, but you're dead. Your nice Hebrew name, but you dead. Y'all waiting on Yahshua to bring the kingdom and you don't even know you dead. Let's go to Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24 and 25. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24 and 25. How do we stay in the book? This how you do it, family. Matthew chapter 6 I'm sorry, y'all. Man. Matthew chapter 16. Matthew chapter 16. My bad, family. My bad. Matthew chapter 16 and verse 24 and 25. Matthew chapter 16 and verse 24 and 25. And it reads, then said Yahshua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. That's how you keep your name in the book of life. By making yourself a living sacrifice for Yahshua and obeying Yahshua to the glory of the Father. When you obey the sayings of Yahshua, you love the Father. When you walk in the footsteps of Yahshua, you love the Father. When you do the same thing that Yahshua did to please the Father, you love the Father. But if you don't believe in Yahshua, the Father don't know you. He don't recognize you. And Yahshua would deny you before his Father and his angels. Christ say, he that forsake me, I will forsake you before my Father and his angels. Y'all think this a game in the back, huh? You know, all these comments, y'all go to people's channel, oh, there's no such thing as a Christ. Like a brother just wrote me not too long ago. I don't even write back no more, y'all. I didn't set myself free in engaging these people. I don't say anything anymore. I just block them. It's a waste of time. One guy just told me there's no such thing as a Yahshua. God don't have a son. Just all kind of foolishness, man. He would eat those words one day. Some people would never wake up. And I didn't come to grips with that. Some people never wake up. Some people going to die in their sins. Some people going to die foolish. Some people going to die ignorant. Some people just going to die dead. You're going to die dead and then you're going to be dead. And then when you raise up, you're going to cast you where all the dead will be, the lake of fire. So how many times you want to be dead? You already dead. You're going to die physical death and be dead. You're going to be raised up and still be dead. That means you just dead, bruh. You dead. Let's go to John chapter 11, because Yahshua say, he that give his life for my sake, he going to find his life, because I am the power of the living, not the dead. John chapter 11, verse 1 through 3. John chapter 11, verse 1 through 3. Because this is all about finding life through Yahshua. That's how you keep your name in the book of remembrance, or the book of life, or the book of the living. John chapter 11, verse 1 through 3. John chapter 11 and verse 1 through 3. Let's prove this with the scriptures that Yahshua is the resurrection. Yahshua is the life. Yahshua is the truth. John chapter 11, verse 1 through 3, and it reads, now a certain man was sick named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary, and her sister Martha. And it was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ornaments and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Therefore his sister sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. Now jump down to verse 18 and 26. 18 and 26. 18 and 26. And it reads, now Bethany was nigh to Jerusalem, about 15 furlongs off. And many of the Jews came to Martha and Mary to comfort them concerning their brother. Then Martha, as soon as she heard that Yahshua was coming, went and met him. But Mary sat still in the house. Then said Martha unto Yahshua, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. But I know that even now whatsoever thou ask of Yah, Yah will give it thee. Yahshua said unto her, thy brother shall rise again. Martha said unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day. You can find this in John chapter 6. Christ say, all that the Father have given me, I shall lose nothing, but shall raise it up again at the last day. See, our fathers knew you don't go to heaven when you die. They knew you don't go to heaven when you die. How you know that, K. Judah? Because in Matthew chapter 27, verse 50 and 51, when Yahshua cried with a loud voice, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, why have you forsaken me? He gave up the ghost, and what did it say? It said the dead came out the grave. I thought they was in heaven. It said the grave, the people that was in the grave came out of the graves and were walking through the city. I thought they went to heaven. So our fathers know you ain't go to heaven when you die. They know you go right into the ground. Go read about Job. Job say, you shall call and I shall answer. He talking about from the grave. When he said, come up hither, and they're going to meet the Lord in the air. So our fathers knew you didn't go to heaven when you die. So Yahshua just told her, or she told Yahshua, I know he going to rise again at the last day. Watch what Yahshua about to tell this woman. Verse 25, Yahshua said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, he that believeth in me, though he were dead, he that believeth in me, though he was dead, yet shall he live. He's the power of the living and not the dead. Verse 26, and whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this? And we know that she believed. She believed. So do y'all see, this is all through Yahshua. If you want to remain in the book, if you want to find life, if you want to become a new creature, you must come under Yahshua. Because the Father have given him all power in heaven and earth. He should judge the quick and the dead, meaning those that are dead and those that are alive. Let's go to John chapter 6. And I got like 4 more scriptures. John chapter, let me see, I got 1, 2, 3. I got 5 more scriptures. 5 more scriptures after John chapter 6. And I got 5 more scriptures. And we out of here. John chapter 6. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 1 through 3. John chapter 6. The life is through Yahshua, family. John chapter 6 and verse 1 through 3. And then I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. John chapter 6, verse 1 through 3. And it reads, after these things, Yahshua went over the Sea of Galilee, which is in the Sea of Tiberias. And a great multitude followed him, because they saw his miracles, which he did on them that was disease. And Yahshua went up into a mountain, and there he sat with his disciples. Now jump down to verse 26 to 27. 26 to 27. And it reads, Yahshua answered them and said, verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled. Labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endure unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man should give unto you. Which the Son of Man should give unto you. Hey, the people in the back. Which the Son of Man should give unto you. Say the people to my left. Which the Son of Man should give unto you. And the people to my right. Which the Son of Man should give unto you. So the life is through Yahshua. I don't know what else to tell you. The life is through Yahshua. Now jump down to verse 52 and 50. I'm sorry, 52 to 58. 52 to 58. Now watch this. 52 to 58. And it reads, the Jews therefore strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat? See, they was thinking carnal. Yahshua was speaking spiritual. And what did the Bible say? He that is carnally minded is enmity against Yah. But he that is spiritually minded, he could have got this. A spiritual minded person can understand this. But a carnal minded person, he can't understand what Yahshua about to say. Because he dead. He dead. Verse 52. The Jews therefore strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat? Then Yahshua said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. Whosoever eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. Did not Martha just tell Yahshua that about Lazarus? I know that he shall rise again at the last day. That's the 7th trumpet. When the dead shall meet Yahshua in the air. Verse 55, for my flesh is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. He that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood dwelleth in me, and I in him. As the living Father, that's why he's the power of the living. As the living Father, that's why he's the power of the living. As the living Father have sent me, and I live by the Father. So he that eateth me, even he shall live by me. This is that bread which came down from heaven. Not as your fathers did eat manna and are dead. He that eateth of this bread shall live forever. That's that everlasting life. That's the book of life. The book of remembrance. The book of the living. Not the dead. Let's go to John 14. Because Yahshua is showing you the way. Yahshua is giving you the way, which is through him. John 14, 1 through 6. And 4 more scriptures after this. John 14, 1 through 6. And 4 more scriptures after this. John 14, 1 through 6. And it reads, let not your hearts be troubled. Ye believe in Yah, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it was not so, I would have told you. But I go to prepare a place for you. That means that New Jerusalem is already established. He just making room for you. It's already prepared. It's already prepared. Verse 3. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And whether I go, ye know, and the way ye know. Thomas said unto him, Lord, we know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way? Yahshua said unto him, I am the way. Meaning that narrow path. I am the way. Meaning that narrow path. The truth. He that worship the Father must do it in spirit and truth. Who's the truth? Yahshua. Who's the way? Yahshua. Who's the life? Yahshua. Verse 6. Yahshua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man come unto the Father but by me. This how you keep your name in the book of life. You must come under the authority and power and footsteps of Yahshua HaMashiach. He's the life. He's the truth. How he the truth? K. Judah, how is he the truth? Because he told you in John chapter 6, verse 63, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. That's why when Adam was in the Garden of Eden, he could have ate these words and found out how to live forever. Christ say, any man eat my words, he should live forever. That's why he put cherubims around him. Adam lost access to hear those words. The conversation was over. Like when your daddy tell you, I'm done talking. Depart from me. Adam lost access to eternal life at that time. That's why none of them made it to 1,000 years old. Adam did not fulfill his day. He died before he could fulfill it. He was cut off. And then he tell him that. The day you eat thereof, you gonna die. So Yahshua is the way, the truth, and the life. No man, how absolute is no man? It's absolute. Come unto the Father but by me, man. Let's go to Revelation 3. Pick it up at verse 1, then I'm going to jump down to verse 5. Revelation 3. And I got 3 more scriptures after this. Revelation 3, verse 1, and then I'm going to jump down to verse 5. Revelation 3, verse 1. And it reads, and unto the angel of the church in Sardis, write, these things said he that have the 7 spirits of Yah and the 7 stars. I know thy works, that thou hast a name, that thou livest and art dead. How did they remain dead? Because they remain in the congregation of the dead. He said you are alive, but you dead. And a lot of our Israelite brothers and sisters who come into this walk, they come into this truth, and not only do they become deceived and sidetracked and manipulated and distracted with lies, they deny the beloved Son of the Most High. And if you do not refrain your mind from denying him, and you die denying him, he's going to deny you before the angels and his Father. Do you really want to go through that? Do you think you strong enough to endure such a thing as the white throne judgment, where the book's going to be open and you have denied the beloved of the Father? and you get cast into a lake with the snake, you really want to go through that? Can you withstand everlasting fire? You really want to burn forever? If you do, have at it. Because that let me know you got a reprobate mind. If you say you don't care if you go to hell, something is mentally wrong with you. Something is mentally wrong with you, and I don't want to be around you. Because you can't even stand getting burned by a match or a lighter. Stop it. You're screaming and hollering. Some hot boiling water fall on your feet. Ah! But you can withstand everlasting. Y'all don't care if I go to hell. Some of y'all just say anything. Anything. Just fly out your mouth. I don't care if I go to hell. Okay. Okay. Jump down to verse 5, y'all. Verse 5. And it reads, he that overcometh, the same should be clothed in white raiment. And I will not blot out of his name, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life. And I will not blot out of his name out of the book of life. And I will not blot out of his name out of the book of life. But I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. He that overcometh, meaning endure unto the end. He that overcometh, meaning endure unto the end. I would not blot out his name out of the book of life, but will confess his name before my Father and his angels. Let's go to Revelation 13. Revelation 13. Verse 1 through 2. Then I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. Revelation 13. Revelation 13, 1 through 2. And it reads, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. And I saw the beast, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, his seat, and great authority. Now jump down to verse 7 through 8. 7 through 8. 7 through 8. And it reads, and it was given him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. All whose names are not written in the book of life shall worship this beast. If you can withstand everlasting burning, do your thing. My job is to warn you, so your blood won't be up on my hand. My job is to warn you. So when you stand before Yah, he gonna say, you remember that lesson that my servant did when he told you about my son? The many lessons that he told you about my son? How he told you that my son was the way, the truth, and the life, and you laughed, and you mocked, and you scorned, and you said, man, you lying. God don't have a son. When you stand before Yah and you see the individual sitting on the right hand of Yah, you gonna say, who is that? He gonna say, that's my son. That's Yahshua or Yahshua. That's him. Man, depart from me, you work of iniquity. But I'm an Israelite. Go to fire. I wore the fringes. Man, go get in that fire. I kept the commandment. Go in the fire. Because you denied the son. And if you deny Yahshua, Yahshua, you are done for. That's what y'all don't understand. This whole Bible is about him and his people. The good, the bad, and the ugly. This is a love story of a people and their power. And in the love story, you're going to have some good, You're going to have some bad. You're going to have some arguments. Y'all ain't going to deal with each other sometime. Like when Yahshua turned his back on his wife because she's stiff-necked and hard-headed. She want to do what she want to do on her husband. So Yahshua gave the northern kingdom a bill of divorce. He said, you got to go. But he had mercy on Judah and Benjamin and some of Levi, because a lot of people don't understand that Levi went back with Judah. How we know that? John the Baptist's father was a priest. John the Baptist's father was a priest. And Paul was from the tribe of Benjamin. So that let you know, in a time when Yahshua came on the scene, you had some Benjamites, some Judites, and some Levites. Christ say they should betray me. He said the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and the priests. Who are the priests? Levi. Those who know the law. That's why he say, do all that they tell you, but do not after their works. Do all that they tell you, but do not after their works, because they say and do not. So keep your name in the book of life. I got 2 more scriptures, man. Let's go and knock it out the park. 2 more scriptures. Revelation 20 and verse 4 through 6. Then I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. Revelation 20. That's why I'm doing everything in my power not to be in this line right here, what I'm about to read. I'm doing everything in my power not to be in this line right here, what I'm about to read. I don't want to be in this line right here. Revelation 20, verse 4 through 6. And it reads, and I saw a throne, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that was beheaded for the witness of Yahshua HaMashiach, and for the word of Yah, and which have not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their forehead or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. And the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years was finished. This is the first resurrection. Blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection. On such the second death have no power, and they should be priests of Yah and of Yahshua, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Now jump down to verse 11 to 15. 11 to 15. 11 to 15. And it reads, and I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heavens fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yah, and the books was open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. Woo! Now y'all got to stand in judgment. When all you had to do is just do right the first time. All you had to do is just do right and obey. You made your life hard by being stiff-necked and rebellious. You made your life hard by rejecting Yahshua. Why do we choose the hard things instead of the easy things? Why? Verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yah, and the books was open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead was judged out of those things which was written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they was judged every man according to their works. And death and hell was cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into a lake of fire. Let's go to the last scripture. I don't even need to say nothing on that. Let's go to the last scripture. Let's go to Luke chapter 10 and verse 1 through 17. And this will be last. Luke chapter 10 You know what I realize? I look out at the world, y'all. I look out at the world and I realize people gonna do what they want to do. People gonna live the life that they want to live. So when I hear people say, even the celebrities, what they do affect us, you have been woefully misinformed. Celebrities' lives don't affect me. They are of the world. I'm in the world, but I am not living like the world. So what they do don't affect me. Our words do not penetrate most of them because they live in according to the world. And the lust of the things that are in it, that's what they love to do. So we live in two different worlds. We live of the world of the scriptures and Yahshua HaMashiach to bring as many brothers and sisters back as we can. But those who gonna do what they want to do what you want to do. Those who gonna turn to Yah and Yahshua, you have made a wise choice. And you should find life in these two individuals. But you should find death in the world. We can't force nobody to hear these words. Neither do I force the truth on nobody. Once the Spirit draws somebody to me, we talk about the scriptures. Other than that, I don't go around just telling people what I am, what I believe, because the Bible told me don't cast my pearls before swine. But y'all keep telling me we need to go all over the place. No, we don't. We need to be led by the Spirit where we need to go. Because there's some places y'all don't want you to be. Y'all already know who gonna accept the truth and who not. That's why the Bible say the book of life, those who was written in it and those who was not written in it, slain from the foundation of the world. Y'all give everybody opportunity, but he know these people don't care nothing about what he talking about. That's why they die and they sin. So you got to let the dead bury the dead. Those of the world, let the dead bury the dead, man. And those who gonna hearken to the truth that you spread through the scriptures, they gonna hearken. And those that not, they not gonna hearken. Don't beat yourself up. I'm telling you, we all came into this truth. We all was upset, wondering why people don't want to hear the word of Yah. We was getting mad. We was getting frustrated. But once you start to grow in this truth, you realize this ain't for everybody. This is not for everybody. You didn't spread the truth to all your family, all your friends. You didn't try to have Bible study with people. They say they don't got time for it. They laugh at you. They mock. They do all these things. Do this. And dust the dust off your feet, man. You did your job. Don't force this on nobody. Because all you're going to do is get into an argument. So don't force it on nobody. You do what you need to do as far as saving you and your house. Because I'm going to tell you something before I read this last scripture. 5 of the virgins was wise. 5 was foolish. 5 of the virgins was wise. 5 was foolish. The 5 virgins that was foolish represent the foolish of the world. And the 5 virgins that was wise represent the wise of the world. There wasn't enough oil for you and them. You told them, man, you got to go get your own oil. It ain't enough for me and you. Think about that, family. Think about it. Let's go to Luke chapter 10 and verse 1 through 17. Luke chapter 10 and verse 1 through 17. And it reads, after these things, the Lord appointed other 70 also and sent them 2 and 2 before his face into every city and place, whether he himself would come. Therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into his harvest. Go your ways. Behold, I send you forth as lambs amongst wolves. Carry neither purse, nor scrip, nor shoes, and salute no man by the way. And salute no man by the, I thought we supposed to salute everybody. I thought we supposed to just salute everybody. Y'all see what I mean when I say, man, I pay attention to detail, man. I don't have to salute you if I don't want to salute you. If my spirit don't feel right about you, I don't have to salute you. I don't have to be around you. If you trying to bring me false doctrine, I don't want to be around you, bruh. If you evil, if your mind not right, if you hateful, I don't want to be around you. I'm not saluting you. We all got to come together, K. Judah. Go do it then. Because I don't want to come together with everybody. The more the people, the more the confusion. That's why you got to get with like-minded people, not just people. Verse 4. Carry neither purse nor scrip, nor shoes, and salute no man by the way. And into whatsoever house ye enter, first say, peace be unto this house. And if the Son of Peace be there, your peace shall rest upon it. For if not, it shall return to you again. And in the same house remain, eating and drinking such things as they give. For the laborer is worthy of his hire. Go not from house to house, and into whatsoever city ye enter, and they receive you, eat such things as are set before you, and heal the sick that are therein, and say unto them, the kingdom of Yah is come not unto you. But into whatsoever city ye enter, and they receive you not, go your ways out into the streets of the same, and say, even the very dust of your city, which cleaveth on us, we do wipe out against you. Notwithstanding, be ye sure of this, that the kingdom of Yah is come not unto you. But I say unto you, that it should be more tolerable in that day for Sodom than for that city. Woe unto thee, Chorazin! Woe unto thee, Bethsaida! For if the mighty works have been done in Tyre and Sidon, which have been done in you, they have a great while ago repented, sitting in sackcloth and ashes. But it should be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the judgment than for you. And thou, Capernaum, which are exalted to heaven, shall be thrust down to hell. Listen to the words that Yahshua is saying, y'all. Listen to the words of the righteous judge, the righteous king. This man is telling you all the mighty works that this man is doing, all the mighty works that we do through his name. If somebody tell you, man, I don't believe in that such and such, bleep, 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 cursing and all that, wipe that dust off. Don't argue with them. Don't salute them. Don't bid them Godspeed. Don't put peace on their life. You got to be bold in this hour. Yahshua said, if you try to save your life, you're going to lose your life. And he that is not willing to give his life for my name's sake is not worthy of me. If you put your mama and your daddy and your wife and your kids before him, you are not worthy of him. He come first, to the glory of the Father. To the glory of the Father. The book is laying it out for you, family. I don't know what else to say. I'm serious. The book is giving you the blueprint. That's why I don't argue with Israelites anymore. The Lord has truly set me free in my mind. Certain things you got to get out of your system. Once they are out, you feel free. Respond for what? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Verse 16, he that heareth you, heareth me. And he that despiseth you, despiseth me. And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me. No, I thought y'all love Yah, you Old Testament Israelites. Now, I don't got nothing against you, and I'm not going to speak no evil on you. But at the end of the day, when you despise Yahshua, you despising Yah. You know the one you say you love, but you don't love him because you don't love the Son. And all the works that the Son did, the Father did through the Son. So how you love the Father? Verse 16 again for the people in the back. He that heareth you, heareth me. And he that despiseth you, despiseth me. And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me. And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. He said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. But he want our people to know this. Notwithstanding, in this rejoice not, that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice, because your names are written in heaven. That's the lesson, family. I pray somebody got some understanding. I bid all the beloved family, y'all speed. Enjoy your Shabbat. Continue to study the scriptures to show yourself approved to Yah and Yahshua. Walk in the spirit and do not be in the congregation of the dead. Do you not know that you could be in the congregation of the dead with a congregation? Did you not know you can be in the congregation of the dead with a congregation? If you are in a church and it started to vex your spirit because of who the teacher may be, who's supposed to walk in the spirit but are not walking in the spirit, that means you need to remove yourself, especially if you've been vexed by listening to them. Everybody is not called to teach. You will be able to discern whether somebody is called to teach or not, because you have to try the spirit to see whether they be of Yah. Yah said, he that heareth me and stand in my counsel is going to turn my people from their sins. You're not going to keep them in sin. You're going to turn them from sin. So that's the lesson, family. And if anybody don't have any questions, I salute you all with love, family. And I pray the Most High continue to show y'all mercy, continue to reveal his truth, and have compassion on your households and your families. That in this hour, as things begin to approach to the birth pains of a woman having a baby, that you all will stay strong and keep your faith. And do not be afraid of anything that's about to happen on this earth, because you did not come this far to turn back now. Yah and Yahshua love you, Israel, with an everlasting love that you cannot comprehend, that I cannot comprehend. Because out of all the things we have done as a people, his arm is stretched out still. I love y'all, family. Big salute.
It's this only road that I'm walking. No company, no company. All the voices in my head won't stop it. My only company, my only company.
Blood off my hands, the judgment coming fast, too much blood on his lane. The second Exodus is about to happen, he ain't playing. He's sending out the winds on this rock, we gon' stand. We gon' trust the Son of Man. This the final album was disconnected from the source, we done found the power. Messiah built the church back, gotta trust the founder. The carpenter, got the father with him, ain't no stopping you. Protected by the winds if you got his heart with you. Stand on the narrow, the father gon' provide, y'all his eyes on the sparrow. Never seen the righteous get forsaken, not at all. The devil trying to take us cause he know he about to fall. Hey, Michael standing up in his hour, keep the laws. We gon' blow the trumpet, we ain't go to war with all. Messiah made a way, he laid it down for all flaws. We got the father with his eye, stand tall. Protecting these commands, they at war with them. The dragon man, cause the remnant about to score with them. The children of the prophets, we done finally hockey. The law is the light, got us out the darkness. Return to the Father, ain't no other options. We let Messiah in, we done heard him knocking. Worthy is the Lamb, ain't no better time, surrender all right now. Ain't no looking back, you ain't lot wife, hell no. Fit for the kingdom, ain't no way that he gon' fail y'all. Training up his kids, ain't no way we gon' derail y'all. The devil making war with the saints, man, he smell y'all. We gon' go to war about these commandments to the end. Protect my father word, this ain't no game, this ain't pretend. Messiah coming back, we study yelling, I repent. The angels on the corner, finally blowing out the wings. Ain't no other way to get protected but the blood. I'll put your mercy and your grace around us. Keeping these commandments, cause we know that's real love. Building up this ark, cause you send it out flood. When you see his hand upon this land, it's time to leave. Sodom and Gomorrah out of order, time to flee. Babylon gon' burn, every nation about to see. Messiah coming back, everybody to their knees. Every knee gon' bow. Boy, girl, child, y'all, he coming in the clouds. Thousands of years, man, it's almost time now. The valley of the drought, we done came alive now. This for every nigga you done hung, every baby you done raped, everything that you done done. Ain't no way you gonna escape, ain't no way that you gon' run. You gon' see him face to face with a hill Babylon, but we can't.
I haven't played this in a while, family, so I want to play this for you, Israel, that this song may encourage you, family. Peace and blessings. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. I saw a band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. That's why I sing, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. I saw a band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. That's why I sing, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
In the words of my beloved Sister August Dreams, thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with the CUC family, the ADUIC family, and my folk family. Let's get it. And your brother K. Judah want to say shalom.